Another mind-blowing video from Learn Programming Skills Camp, and today's video I am going to show you how to create a digital clock in the computing environment. We are going to use a very cool and familiar application in the computer environment, and also this application has the capabilities of scripting languages or programming languages. So without any further ado, let's jump in and let me show you how to create a digital clock in the computing environment. We are going to use two applications for this particular feature, and these applications are the notepad and also the command prompt. And I also take my time to explain the individual lines of commands that we are going to use for our scripting language to create this particular digital clock. So let's jump right in and see how to do this. So this is my Windows 11 interface. When you are using Windows 10, this is also going to work perfectly, and based on the output we are going to have at the end of this particular creation might be a bit different based on the kind of the operating system that we are using, but at the end of the day we are going to have the same output based on the commands that we are going to use for this particular digital clock. So I'm going to open Notepad on my desktop. So I have this notepad window, and as I said, we have some capabilities or some advanced features in Windows 11 that can never be compared to Windows 10. When you open notepad in Windows 10, you are going to have a particular window and also one particular title, but in this case I have multiple tabs created on one particular window of the notepad application. But as I said earlier, all the commands we are going to use in this Windows 11 operating system can also be used in the Windows 10 operating system, and at the end of the day we are going to end at a particular output. Now that I have this notepad application open, the first command we are going to type in this window is the echo off. Now let me explain this first command. In the programming environment, the echo off is a command that is used to disable the echoing of each command, and this makes the output clearer and also cleaner. So this particular command can be referred to our daily activities, especially when we get to an environment where there is an echo. And when we talk about echo deals with sounds, and you know sounds can be a distractive moment. So when we compare this to command prompt, echo off means that we want to limit the kind of distraction or the kind of distortion that is going to prevent the perfect execution of a particular command. So we use the echo off to silence or clean up our commands that we are going to use in a particular language. So the echo off is there for us to disable the echoing of each command to make our output very clearer. Now the next command I'm going to type is to provide a title for the window for our particular digital clock. So I'm going to type the title command. So after typing the first command, which is the echo off, our next command is the title, and I'm using my channel name, which is Learn Programming Skills channel. You can use any default name of your choice. I am using this because I want this to be on the title bar of the digital clock. So I'm going to press the enter key. Now we all know what the title is to change the default title of the command prompt window, and then we all know that the command prompt window has the default name as command prompt. You can change it to your desired name. So that is what I have done in the second line of my scripting language. Now I am moving to the next command, which is using the mode command. So in this third command I have the at mode, the console command, and also have the COLS, which is columns, the number of columns that I want to have in the output of my digital clock. I want to have 30 columns and also have lines of 5 or 5 lines in the command prompt. And this mode command is there to help shrink the command prompt window to 30 columns and also 5 lines, which focuses on the date and time variation or the changing option. So this particular third command or the third line of command is going to shrink the command prompt window so that we can have 30 columns and also 5 lines, and then all our focus is going to be on the date and time variation. And we all know digital clock, that is the milliseconds moves, which moves the seconds, the seconds moves the minute, whilst the minute moves the hour digit. So that is this particular third command. Now we are moving to the next command, which is we want to provide a color scheme for our buffer. So I have a video that talks about my 15 favorite color scheme I normally use in the command prompt window. I'll drop that particular link in the description below. Check it out after watching this video. So you can choose any color scheme for this particular command prompt output, which is going to display our digital clock. So I'm going to press the enter key, and I'm going to use the color 0E, meaning I want to have this particular color scheme, a foreground of yellow and also a background of black. That is what I want to have for my digital output. So after typing this command, I'm going to press the enter key. Then I'm going to use the main command. So I bring the colon and type main. Now what does this command mean? This mean serves as a label in batch scripting, which acts like a bookmark. And when we say a bookmark is something that jumps you from one level to another level, and this is where we are going to use the go to get back to that. So when we write this scripting language and end our language, we are going to use a go to, which will also jump back to this particular command. That is, if whatever algorithm that we are following is successful, this should move back to this particular main command, and that is the function of this command. We are going to press the enter key, and the next command we are going to type is CLS, and this is to clear the screen. And as usual, if these individual commands are working perfectly or they are executing perfectly, any distraction or any other output aside the digital clock that we want to have, we want to clear the screen so that we can have our focus on the date and time based on the digital clock that we are creating. So the CLS stands for clear screen. So I'm going to press the enter key. The next command is to type the echo with a full stop. And as usual, we said the echo is used to limit, or is used to echoing our commands to make it clearer or cleaner. So after typing this, I'm going to press the enter key. Now we are going to base on our output, and the first output is the date. So I'm going to type the echo command and then refer that to the dates, because I want the date output in my digital clock. And I'm going to press the enter key and then also type the echo once again. So we are making this particular command clear. We don't want to distract our date output. We press the enter key, then we type the next command, which is the time, which is going to be found below the date. Then we press the enter key and type the echo command once again, and then press the enter key. Now that we have this done, we want to limit this particular to the ping command, and we all know what the ping command is. And let me explain this CLS that says clears the console screen. Now during the looping, we all know that when you have an algorithm which ends and starts from its main point, it is called looping. So during the looping, this CLS is going to help the display stay tidy and also update smoothly. That is, we will see the seconds reading, whilst we see the minutes also reading, and as usual we see the hour digit also reading, and that is going to depend on the CLS as usual, and also going to depend on the echo command. As I said, we use this echo command to call out this and also to make it clearer. And these echo commands that we have here, which have the full stop, is to create a black line for spacing so that we can have a clearer focus on the date, and as usual we can also have a clearer focus on the time. And when these digits are displayed in the command prompt window, we can see how perfectly we have created our digital clock. Now let's look at the ping command. So I'm going to press the enter key and type this command. So I have this ping command with the dash n, and we have this 5 digits to 0.0.0 with a greater than symbol and a now symbol. Now this particular command is to clear any pause track and also allow perfect looping for the output of the date and time. That is, at the end of the day, when we run this particular command, we want to have our digital clock display and also have our date and time working perfectly. So we are using the ping command just to clear any pauses. If any pauses is going to distract this particular scripting language, we will use this particular command to clear that pause track and then allow that perfection of looping feature for the output of our date and time. So in this scripting language that we have here, we have 3 commands that is going to make a clearer and also a perfect output of our digital clock, and that is the echo command and the CLS command, which is the clear screen, and also the ping command. These are there to keep our scripting language in the perfect mode and give us the output that we deserve. So that command is the ping command. Now before we move to the last command, let me introduce you to a very polished and professional company that can provide you the best services when it comes to graphic designs. And this company is called Paragraphs 1, and they get the best designs for you, and that is going to make your brand stand out. And when you get into their abode, they have a lot of services they can provide to you. They have branding, they have logo design, they have label design, letterheads, UV printing, they have brochures, flyer design, they have DTF printing, they also have fiber services, poster design, and pen marking. And this company, I am going to urge you to link up with them, and I will urge you that they are going to provide you the best designs that you need. Just have a contact with them by WhatsApping them or having a via call with them on these 2 contacts that we have here. Scan this particular QR code image that I have here, and when you scan this particular image, you are going to get access to the Instagram page of this company or this Paragraphs company. Have a communication with them, and they are going to provide you with the best polished and also professional designs that is going to make your brand stand out as an individual or a company. Now let's get back to our last command in this particular scripting language. I'm going to press the enter key and type the go to main. So this is the go to main command, and this particular command is to jump back to our main command, and the main command is this particular command. This is the start of this command and this is the end. So when this ends to this particular ping command, it has to jump back to this, and that is going to serve as that looping feature of this particular scripting language. So now that we have this particular perfectly done, how can we have our digital clock display on our computer screen? To do this, we move to file on the notepad application, then we choose save or save as. You can choose any of them because this is a new notepad document. So I'm going to choose the save command. I am going to select a location, so I'll choose the desktop for better viewing and also quick execution. Then I'm going to click in the file name and change this to echo. You can give any name to it. I can name it as clock. Now after giving the file name to this particular document, we are going to add a .bat extension to it so that we can create a batch icon or a batch document out of this scripting language. Then after doing so, I'm going to click on save on this particular window. Now let's minimize this. This has created this particular batch file or batch icon on the desktop, and I have the file name as clock. Now when I double click, you can see that I have this command prompt window open, and I have this title, which is LPS channel. That was the title that I gave it to this particular window. Now when you are using Windows 10, I think you are going to have a different interface, but at the end of the day, you are going to have this perfect output. For this is Windows 11. I'm going to reduce the size of this window. So I have this digital clock displayed at the top right corner of my interface. So now I have the date. Today is Wednesday, and also the time is what we have here, and this time is changing dynamically, or it is varying dynamically. And as you can see, so at any point in time, I have this particular display to me. If I want to view the date, I can get access to this. If I want to view the time, I can also access this. When I close, I can still run this particular batch file, and that is going to give me the window as based on the scripting language. So when you get to the command that says 30 columns and also 5 lines, you can reduce the number or you can add the number based on your preference or the kind of output or the interface you want to see on your computer screen. So this is how to create a digital clock using the notepad application and the command prompt interface.